is Munabid, and I'm very happy to welcome you to today's webinar. As you know, the objective of this webinar is to talk about cyber resilience and how Ingram Micro can help you to have the cyber resilience strategy and how to apply the needed framework. We have planned the following agenda for you. We will begin in section 1 with introducing cyber resilience. So we will talk about cybersecurity and its domain, the definition of cyber resilience, and the relation between cybersecurity and cyber resilience, the common client challenges and the barrier of cyber resilience, and the challenges when any client has a crisis, why cyber resilience is important, and what are the benefits of cyber resilience. In section 2, I will speak about how to achieve cyber resilience. In section 3, I will speak about cyber resilience framework. In section 4, I will introduce to you Ingram Micro cybersecurity services and training portfolio. And we will have a quick update on the activities of Ingram Micro cybersecurity team before we open the floor up for questions. So let's start with introducing cybersecurity resilience. As of us knows that the world is changing rapidly, and the cyber criminals are adapting to it faster than the security solutions are being developed. So most of the companies are worried by the targeted attacks which is happened by skilled hackers. So the traditional security measures such as firewalls, antiviruses are proving insufficient in the evolving threat landscape. And most of the organization, they assume that they are not, or they will not be breached. So here we will start with some definitions, and I'm sure that most of us heard about them. So let's start with the cybersecurity. This concept refers to the discipline of ensuring that the systems are protected by attacks and incidents, whether malicious or accidental, that is affecting the integrity of the data, the availability, or the confidentiality. So cybersecurity, we defined three approaches of it, or three domains: the people, the process, and the technology. The people, we should focus on train the people and the awareness session to be more aware of what's happening in the cybersecurity, or about the cybersecurity incidents or the attacks which are happening. The processes need to be established after the definition of the strategy and building up the policies. And this is delivered through consultancy services. And finally, technology, which will come to create a shield to protect the data. The question, if we have enough awareness session, we are policies and procedures in place, and we have the needed solutions or the needed technology, is it enough to be ready if any attack happened, or is it enough to be ready if any incidents happen, and which is affecting any organization? So then the definition of cyber resilience came, and the cyber resilience definition itself is a measure of how well an organization can operate its business during a data breach or cyber attack. So it applies fluid security strategies to respond quickly to threats. So it can minimize the damage and continue to operate under attack. So the cyber resilience is about resisting, responding, recovering from attacks that will impact the information you require to do business. So if we will speak about the relation between cyber security and the relation between those two definitions, the cybersecurity and cyber resilience. We said that the cybersecurity refers to the method and process of protecting the data. And the cyber resilience, you can think of it as the organization ability to withstand or quickly recover from cyber events that disturb usual business operations. So this is similar to cyber security, but to fully understand the difference between these two concepts, consider two different types of cyber attacks. One is meant to steal your data, and the other is meant to knock you offline, disturb your regular business operation, such as a DDoS attack. It's only appropriate to talk about your cyber resilience strategy in terms of cyber attacks used to disturb your operation, not that cyber attacks used to steal your data. Once your data has been stolen or compromised, resilience became a moot point, which why having a solid cybersecurity plan is so critical. In this slide, I'm introducing some challenges or some common client statements. The clients, they think that no one will attack their network. This is the first challenge. They need a guidance to know what the most critical information assets. So they need a guidance in the data classification mainly. There is a client also, they think that if they have good technology, they are protected and they can respond to any incident easily. Some clients, they need help in people training, awareness session, and some clients, they need the help in creating incident response plan. They need guidance to help them of how cyber resilience strategy can be developed for them. In this slide, I'm mentioning some barriers to cyber resilience or challenges when have a crisis. So historically, cyber resilience, cybersecurity has been seen as IT problem with a very little awareness or engagement from senior management. But this is changing. Organizations are waking up to the fact that they need they need to have a cyber resilience strategy. For incident response platform, it's one of the most effective security technology for helping organization to become or to become cyber resilient, along with identify management, authentication, intrusion detection, prevention, etc. While companies are seeing that the value of developing an incident response plan, there's still a lateness in having appropriate people, process, and technologies in place. So I'm mentioning here some barriers to be cyber resilient. The first one is the silo thinking. So everyone is think that it's an IT problem. There is a lack of awareness. There is a narrow focus on regularity compliance. And if there is a regulation, there is no revision for this regulation, policies and procedures, etc. The cyber resilience should cover people and process and the technology, not one of them. And incident response not formalized, the information asset not formalized, maybe the cyber risk is not or partially integrated with the business continuity management. Cyber resilience has to be a part of your organization culture. So the awareness for the people is really very important. There's a study by IBM and Pullman Institute showed that the lack of investment in AI and machine learning, which are a very important new tools for cyber resilience, was ranked the biggest barrier to cyber resilience. The second one is to have that having insufficient skilled people or dedicated for cyber resilience, which was the second biggest barrier to the cyber resilience by this study. So after talking about the challenges, now I want to talk about why cyber resilience and what's the benefits of cyber resilience. The benefit of cyber resilience is to defend against potential attack, ensure your organization's survival following an attack. Um, by having a cyber resilience plan, you will meet legal and regularity requirements such as the GDPR, for example. It will help you to improve your company's culture and internal process. And for sure, it will reduce the financial loss and protect the company brand and reputation. Here I'm including a study by IBM and Poneman. It's the recent study about cyber resilience, and it covered more than or around 3,000 IT and IT security professional companies. So this study showed that the maturity of cyber resilience increased compared of the last year, and also the value of cyber resilience increased, which shows that the people now they are more they are interested in cyber resilience, and the cyber resilience is really bring values for the companies. Now I will start with section 2. It's about how to achieve cyber resilience. When creating a cybersecurity strategy, it's really very important to establish a common language to everyone to understand the technical issues uh, um, uh, being discussed. So, cybersecurity is a term often used with information security and business continuity, and sometimes it's seen as information technology issue rather than a corporate risk issue. The truth is it's both. So we need to take into consideration the relationship between cybersecurity, information risk management, and how information technology management and business continuity also support security risk. The following question will help you to assess your organization's cyber resilience. First question: are cyber risk an integral part of organization risk management framework? How often is the cyber resilience program reviewed at the board level? What's the risk is posed by cyber threats to organization business? Does the board need further expertise to understand the risk? How can cyber risk be mentioned, and what's escalation triggers should be adopted? What's the people strategy about around cyber security? What's in place to protect critical information assets? What needs to occur in the events of a breach? So many boards will find that management can only partially answer the above questions. To address this problem, a range of cybersecurity frameworks have been developed to assist with the communication between the board and the management, and to focus discussion only on the area which need attention. So if those questions are answered, you will know what's the maturity level or what's the cyber resilience strategy level that you have in your organization. So what's the benefits of measuring cyber resilience in your organization? This measure will help you to know the strength level, will improve your cyber resilience strategy or plan. You will have a continuous review and comparison of results. as well. And now, for the 5 steps to cyber resilience, the organizations interested in innovative business models, building extended business ecosystems, and adopting more flexible workforce arrangements need to find a secure and safe way to do so. So here the 5 steps which can help. First of all, you need to build a strong foundation. Second is to pre-sure test resilience like an attacker. Employ breakthrough technologies. Be proactive and use threat hunting as well. And evolve the role of CISO. So guys, we'll start with the cyber resilience framework, which is we discussed what's the how to assess your organization cyber resilience and how to achieve cyber resilience. So the 5 steps which I mentioned is talking about how to start having a cyber resilience in your organization. So what's the framework which can be applied to have cyber resilience? First framework is the CRR, which is the Cyber Resilience Review. And CRR is not a no-cost, voluntary, non-technical assessment to evaluate the organization operation resilience and cybersecurity practices. It's helped to conduct self-assessment or on-site assessment by THS cybersecurity professionals. The CRR assess enterprise programs and practices across a range of 10 domains, including risk management, incident management, services continuity, and other. The assessment is designed to measure existing organization resilience as well as to provide a gap analysis for improvement based on organized best practices. So as I mentioned, the CRR comprises 42 goals and 141 specific practices organized in 10 domains. As you can see, the domains are asset management, controls management, configuration and change management, vulnerability management, incident management, service continuity management, risk management, external dependency management, training and awareness, situational awareness as well. So let's say that we developed we applied the CRR framework, and which help to assess actually your existing cyber resilience strategy. How the CRR helps the organization to improve their cyber resilience? It will identify their cybersecurity posture, develop a shared cyber resilience vision and roadmap, learn where to go to get help and information about cyber resilience, communicate using a common language, prioritize options and support decision making, measure their progress in improving cyber resilience, and prepare for and facilitate change. The second framework is by Symantec. It has 5 pillars approach. The first one is to identify and prepare, protect, detect, respond, recover. So for pillar 1, prepare and identify, it will help to conduct an infrastructure and information assessment that include all known security vulnerabilities, to establish a baseline and compare the result to those of your peers, improve visibility and understanding your information and systems through assets and network discovery and mapping, Understand your cyber risk posture through assessment and simulations. Identify and remediating vulnerability in your IT organization, including your supply chain, where many cyber criminals seed attacks. Map assets to vendor relationship, build awareness of the external threats landscape, and understanding how to recognize if you are being targeted through comprehensive global threat intelligence, correlation, and analysis capabilities. And it's helped to make users cyber aware through regular ongoing education and best practices and risky behavior, and ensure appropriate backup and recovery strategies are in place. This is for the first barrier, which is prepare and identify. The second pillar. The second pillar is to protecting, and this pillar is helping to protect your website, online user from cyber threats, secure business critical system from cyber attacks, protect the organization endpoints and gateways from targeted attack, protecting your mobile workforce and customers, etc. Protect information assets over their life cycle, include protecting the data loss or illegal access, etc. The third pillar is detect. The detect pillar focus on developing and implementing the appropriate activities to rapidly identify an attack, assess the systems that may be affected, and ensure a timely response. In addition, this stage is concerned with continuing to monitor the network for other attack indicators related to that attack, and making sure the safeguards you had in place were effective. Pillar 4, which is respond. The respond pillar provides a guidance on the type of activities that can be accelerate time to remediation and contain the impact of attack once it's detected. Organization needs a response plan that clearly tell people what to do when an incident occurs. Having predefined action plan that's understood by everyone helps you coordinate with your response efforts in a more timely and effective manner than having no plan at all. Pillar 5, which is recover, this stage involves developing and implementing the appropriate systems and plans to restore any data and services that may have been impacted during the cyber attack. Organization must be able to restore their people, process, and systems as quickly as possible. Many organizations already have a business continuity and disaster recovery plan in place, with elements such as backup and recovery, cloud storage, offsite archives, redundant and geographically separated data centers, and the other business continuity measures. However, these plans often fail to cover essential recovery best practices and scenario. Redundant data centers are important, but keep in mind a geographic consideration that may affect failability. Essentially, you must ensure your critical systems are available during an incident, and decide how you will restore other systems and data afterwards. As with response plans, recovery plans need to be re-evaluated and updated in a regular basis to meet all the risk-related aspects of the disaster that an organization might face. The third framework is by NIST, which called NIST 800-160 Volume 2. As you can see, it has many cyber resiliency techniques. So The NIST framework offers or this framework is for engineering secure and reliable systems, treating adverse cyber events as both resiliency and security issues. It identifies 14 techniques that can be used to improve resiliency. The publication provides a guidelines to help organizations address advanced resistant threats. And these APTs are threats to IT infrastructure of targeted organization, orchestrated for purposes of exfiltering the information, undermining or embedding critical aspects of mission, program, or organization. And now we need to talk how to implement cyber resilience in practice. The frameworks which we talk about is to have let's say assessment of your current cyber resilience strategy or plan. We studied in the second approach we spoke about the 5 pillars of Symantec as well, and the framework by NIST. And now we need to discuss what about the cybersecurity framework. So several different frameworks are available, as we all know, and all of the reputable frameworks have similar elements and give similar outcomes if applied correctly. However, some are more complex than the other to implement. Cyber resilience is by its nature a process of continual improvement and relies on organization understanding of quantity, sensitivity, and location of the assets they are trying to protect. The new GDPR, which is forced in May 2018, will mandate this approach to information asset management on all personally identifying citizen data. The process for achieving cyber resilience can be best through of as framework with, for example, the 5 pillar by Symantec, which is identify, protect, detect, respond, and recover. However, one of the most commonly used framework internationally is the cybersecurity framework, which is CSF, developed by NIST. This framework is free and can be downloaded and used by any organization. Combining the best-selling ISO 27001 ISMS and the ISO PCMS toolkit, you will receive comprehensive set of fully customizable project tools, templates, policies, and procedures for effective cyber resilience management system. So cyber resilience is a principle of ISO 27001, and the wider issue of IT rules in business continuity is covered by ISO 27031. And now in this section, I will introduce cyber resilience, how we can help you. I mean, how Ingram Micro can help you to achieve the cyber resilience and to build the cyber resilience strategy and the plan. So I will start with introducing Ingram Micro cybersecurity portfolio. We have we are covering the 3 domains: people, process, and technology. So for processes, we have the services, which include technical assessment, consultancy services, and managed security services. For people, of course, we have the training portfolio, which is let's say cover the three the all levels of the employees. So regardless if the employee is end user or from cybersecurity team or from the privacy team, we can cover different training or deliver different training to them. The technology part is covered by the vendors, as Ingram Micro cybersecurity team are covering today around 25 different vendors, and this is really a very huge portfolio for vendors. Cybersecurity team in details, the technical assessment which I mentioned, it's covered many technical assessment services. Public discovery scanning, which is free service, so you can have your public discovery scan results for free. We have web assessment, we have vulnerability assessment, penetration testing, which covers the black box, white box, gray box penetration testing. We have web malware detection. We have PCI DSS ASV scanning. We are offering configuration review as well, and we have cyber forensics. And for the consultancy, we are covering, we are helping actually the clients and the partner to set up their strategies, plan, and to apply their frameworks. So we have the governance and strategy. We are covering policies and procedures, compliance assessment, risk assessment, data classification, physical security review, and we don't forget the multi-vendor security architecture. The managed security services, all of us, we know what's the MSSP. We cover the continuous assessment, we have security monitoring, we have incident response, and we have SOC as a service as well. For the training portfolio, as I mentioned, we are offering different type of security trainings, which covers the end user, cybersecurity team, privacy team. So, for example, let's assume that your cybersecurity team needs ISO training. He can approach us, and we can help him. We can help them definitely with this training. And for the privacy team, all of us we heard about the GDPR, which came mandatory for Europe. So we are offering CIPP training and CIPM. All of us knows that one of my mandatory points for GDPR is to have a DPO, and this DPO should have at least one of these trainings and to be certified as well, so we can help him to be certified. Now I will talk about activities update of Ingram Micro cybersecurity team. You can always reach us by our website. You can subscribe our YouTube channel. You can follow us in Twitter as well. And we have a monthly newsletter, which is Cyberbyte. So you can just have this Cyberbyte newsletter and stay up to date to all the latest news. We are doing partner enablement as well. As I mentioned, we have free public discovery reports. So you can have up to 2 free BDRs for your customers or your own organization or company. We are doing like monthly webinars. So by clicking on this link, you can see all the webinars. Also in YouTube, we have recorded webinars. You can just watch them anytime you want. And the next webinar will be about cybersecurity and digital transformation. We have like monthly articles. So you can find articles in the mentioned URL, and the next article will talk about also building cyber resilience within business. Thank you.